Hey guys, Melody here. It's Monday again. So today we're going to be making an instrumental together for the cover this week, which is going to be Build My Life by Housefires or Passion. It's written by a lot of people, but we're going to be covering this song today. We're going to start from the bottom and build it. Also, we have a friend. My dog's over there too, but what do you think, Shiloh? Should we get started? Okay, let's get into this. What I usually do to start when I'm making my own instrumentals is I set up my mic, of course. That way I can get my audio into my computer. So I have this right here, actually. I have my Blue Yeti, as you saw in the previous video. If you haven't seen it already, my equipment, I'll leave that in the description box. But here is the mic, and I already have it hooked up to my computer. Right here, that's the USB, and over here we have the headphones so that I can hear what I'm doing. So I'm going to put this as low as possible, which it is. So I'm going to scooch it out to about here, and then turn it to about there. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to GarageBand, obviously. Okay, so what we're going to go over here to GarageBand. So we'll click that and open that. And once that is loaded, it should pop right up. We're going to go up here to File, click New to open up a new project, empty project of course, so we're going to choose that. And I already have, see here it says Yeti stereo microphone, so you want your output device to be the Yeti stereo microphone or whatever mic you're using, and then your input should also be your Yeti stereo microphone. So once that is set, I'll just press create. We already have it started. I'm going to click that orange so it's not doing that. Basically that's it. I already have everything hooked up and ready to go. Just ignore Shiloh. She's just going to do her own thing. Right now I'm going to set up my guitar. So since we now have the guitar tuned and GarageBand set up, I will just pull up the chords here and I'll go to GarageBand, I'll go to the very beginning, which is right here, and I will just click this red button once I know that this mic is set, and I know that it is because it'll show on here, it'll show that it's picking up all of the sound, and the red light on the mic won't be blinking. If it's blinking, it's muted, so I'll just press it if it's muted. So yeah, now that we're ready, I'm just going to press the record button, and it will start recording, and I have it set here for 70 beats per minute for the metronome, which is playing into my ear right now, basically a click track so that I can stay on beat. And now we're just going to get started. You can already see it's picking up my voice, so I know it's recording. So I'll go to Google. I'm going to be putting this capo on 5, capo 5, and so now that I have everything set up, it's recording right now, I'm just going to play to build the bottom line of the instrumental. So here we go. See, sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens until I have to restart because my fingers will not work. So we'll just go back here and I'll just delete all of that. And I'll just start again till I get it. So here we go again. So press record, and it'll turn red when it's, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to just keep going over this, and then once I get it, I will start this up again. Okay, so I actually just got it. Now that I have all of that set, I already listened through it. It's pretty good, and I think I'm going to be using this track. I'm going to go over here to the upper left where it says Smart Controls. I'm going to click that, and I'm just going to put some reverb on it. So over here, bottom right corner, I'm just going to put in some reverb about there. That's where I usually put it, and I'll just take a quick listen. It's a little bit too much, so I'm just going to bump it down a little bit. Okay, so that's it. So So now I'm going to put in my vocals. So I'm going to take everything out to the living room, do exactly what I showed you in the past video of how I set up, and record my voice with the track since I have a couple more hours of daylight. And then after that, we'll put in some pads. But first, let's go do the vocals. Hey guys, so I just got done filming. As you can see, I just changed and I was in the living room recording everything, and it went really well. And now I have my vocals in here with the guitar. So I'll show you what I'm looking at as of right now and where we're gonna go from here. As you can see right here, I have my guitar track. And then below it, I have the vocal track that I just made. And so what I will do, as you can see over here at the reverb, I already listened to it to make sure nothing was peaking. Everything's good right now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add reverb. I just clicked it to about there, and then I'll listen to it. Okay. So I like how that sounds. I have the vocals and the guitar tracks with just a little bit of reverb. I like reverb. Makes it sound like I'm in a big empty room, and I like that. And I'm just going to add some pads now. I'll let you hear what it sounds like right now. So this is what a pad sounds like. It fills the empty spaces and it just helps with the atmosphere of worship. And so I'm just going to go to where I have downloaded it, and I'm going to go over here to my Finder, and I just downloaded the key of C pad. So I'm going to take that and drag it into my instrumental. Okay, so now that is there, and I'm just going to drag it to wherever I begin. So I'm going to mute that really quick. So I'm going to cut this because that's just random. I usually cut it to where my vocals begin. That way if there's any unwanted sounds, that takes care of that. And then the guitar, it starts right there. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to press Command T, and that trims it, cuts it in half. I'm going to select this one and press the delete. So I'm going to get rid of that. And so this is where the track starts, and so I'm going to move the pad to where the track starts. Some of you might be watching this that are actual professionals and are probably laughing at me because of how I do this, but I haven't gone to school or anything. I've just taught myself how to do this, and I know it could be a little better, but this is what I do. I'm going to take the pads, I'm going to turn them way down, so I don't want that to overpower everything. I can probably put it to about there. I can probably bring the guitar up. Worthy of every song we could ever sing. Okay. So I like how this sounds so far. Worthy of all the praise. I might add, I don't want the breath before my first note to be cut out, so I'm going to just drag this back a little bit. Maybe turn the pad down a little bit. Basically, I'm just going to be listening through the entire song to make sure I like how it sounds. So now that that is all finished, I will just go into here. So this is how I have it set. That's it. And since all the levels are pretty much where I want it, I'm just going to go up here to share. And I'm going to share the song to iTunes, and then I'll just name it whatever I want. So build my life cover, and then I'll just put it as rough for right now, and I'll just press enter to let that do its thing. Now that that is saving, that is all I do. I just take the instrumental and I put it into my video on iMovie, which is going to be a separate video. I'm not going to go into iMovie and show you how I do all of that. Today is just GarageBand. So yeah, guys, that is what I do every single week when I go in to make my audio, and I hope that all of that made sense, and I'm just gonna kind of recap everything that just happened. So we started out with the guitar. I set up my mic and we pressed the record button on GarageBand, and that then allows the mic to record anything that's within the reach of the mic. So whatever is around the mic making noise, which in this case was my guitar, that's going to be picked up and recorded into GarageBand. And then once I'm done, I'll press the record button again so that it's done. And then I will add some reverb to the guitar. Then I'll take everything out into the living room and I'll set up the mic there to where it will record my voice, because I'll be singing with the guitar track playing through the headphones into my ear, and it will be recording everything that I'm singing. Then I will take that after I'm done and I'll put reverb with that again on my voice. And then I will go in and I will, if I want pads, I'll just add whatever pad of the key of the song that I'm singing. Today it was in C. So I took that, imported it into GarageBand as well, and then I will just go in and adjust the gain of the different tracks. That way nothing is overpowering the other thing, but it's all like a puzzle piece that comes together to make a really pretty picture. It just all fits together in the right way. Once everything is the way that it should be, I'll just export it out of GarageBand by sharing it to iTunes, and that way I can take the audio and import it into iMovie, which I will show you in the next video, because this is a lot. I know that for some of you it's a lot of things to take in and process, but I hope that it all made sense. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section below and I will get to it as soon as possible. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it kind of let you see into my world every week of how I record my audio. It's just a routine thing that I've come up with. Nothing really professional. I taught myself all of this, and so if it's not what you expected, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. It's just how I record, and I hope it helped you guys out a little bit, because I know a bunch of you have been asking. But I will see you guys on Friday when I will release the song that we recorded today, which is Build My Life, and I hope that it will be a blessing to you, and I hope you have a wonderfully blessed day. Bye.